Welcome back to Southern Draw Outdoors. A little rough around the edges.
Being from Central Florida, I headed down to Osceola Outdoors. My good buddy Mike Tussey was guiding us in a hog hunt to remember. Now we're driving down, I'm going to call it a marsh in this buggy because it's all flooded land. The dogs would be sitting on the front, and sitting on the front, their noses are out picking up the scent. Of course, they're wanting to pick up the scent of the hog, but occasionally they might pick up the scent of another game. For instance, if they pick up the scent of a deer, guess what? They're going to be interested to go out, chase and smell it. Let her out. We might have a dog on something. Now what we're waiting on is to hear that bark. We got that bark going on. She didn't go very far. There are some deer out here in these woods, and we're in a thicker terrain. There's deer out here, and if one of these dogs gets a scent of deer, they will run up on them, but they'll come back pretty quick like this, and that may be what we had. Now we got a dog just wanting to scratch his ears. So we're gonna load him up and keep on hunting. As our hunt progressed, it was kind of neat because we started the hunt in kind of an open cattle prairie type of area on the property. But when we progressed forward in that buggy, we got even out of some of the wetter area and into this thick, dense cover, brushy area. And honestly, I kind of figured about that point we're gonna end up getting on the hog. Sure enough, it didn't take long. Those dogs ended up getting on a big hog. They hit the scent trail and we let them off one at a time. I think we got a deep hog back in here. The dogs ended up going where I really didn't want them to go. And that was across a pretty deep ditch full of water, just a little wet, and up into what I'm gonna call the thicket. I knew that it was not gonna be fun because that stuff back in there is full of briars, sticks, thick palmettos, and I knew that A, it was gonna be hard to see the hog once we got over there, and secondly, to get a shot was gonna be even more of a challenge. Come on. I can't see a thing, folks. I don't know what's going on down here. Oh, we got a big old hog. Finally, we got a glimpse of that hog, and he was not just a little Florida pig. He was not a meat hog. He was a pretty big one. All right, what we're doing here, everybody, is this is intense. What we're doing is we're tying these two dogs up so our other dog handler can get the dog I'm holding here. This is a pup, and this right here is a big old Florida pig, and he's got him pretty secure. And the old 45 long colt's gonna be in his head here very soon. So, working with these dog handlers, they made sure that everything that we did was safe. It's very normal for a dog handler to actually straddle the hog like they did. And most importantly, they have been trained and they know exactly how to manage the dogs, handle the dogs, and also restrain the pig from hurting themselves and the dogs that are used during the hunt. There we go, that's what we're looking for. That's a nice pig, boys. Guys, I'll tell you what, these guys right here do all the work. The dogs and these guys here handling this, I mean, you guys did a great job, man. This was some good stuff. If it weren't for those dogs, it were not for those handlers and how they properly managed the hunt, I mean, that monster trophy would have not been killed. Those handlers, I'm gonna say they're young bucks because they got energy that some of us don't have. They got the ability to drag that pig out for me. And not saying I couldn't do it, but going down that ditch and up that culvert through that water, I mean, they were really helpful. Hunting with Mike Tussey at Osceola Outdoors, it was by far a really good summer hunt. Yeah, it was hot, it was wet, we were stomping through water, we were having to drive a buggy through a marsh, but hunting with the dogs and a good buddy like Mike, and even the dog handlers really made it a great hunt.
We'll be right back with more Southern Draw Outdoors. A little rough around the edges.